Hey, you guys, happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. I'm so excited to be with you. Oh my gosh, we are all in such an interesting time, aren't we, with this social distancing and all the different things. And so, what I'm so grateful for is I think about um, our current situation, our world, our economy, our life. I just feel so grateful that we have Mary Kay for a source of income, for a source of positivity, for a source of excitement, um, just a healthy outlet for us to put our time and our energy into. And instead of necessarily getting caught up in the worries, the fear, all the stuff. And so I want to share with you guys an example. So Saturday, I had some parties before I headed back to my next destination. And what I loved is that while I was busy doing all my appointments, you guys, the thought of what our current reality was never came up in my mind. I was having so much fun making money, meeting new women, having a blast. And yes, the reality is we were dealing with kind of the crazy chaos, but I was still just able to really shut all that off and just have fun. And it reminded me of another season in my life, when I was going through my divorce, which is just such a crazy time in my life. And it was just so real, and it was so raw, and it was so riveting, and it was just so my reality. And I'm so grateful that I was really able to put my head down and work in that season and kind of shut everything else off, like shut the reality off and just focus on the things inside of my control, like focus on the things like, my business, my goals, what I was working towards, and the things that brought me joy, like the things that were absolutely in my control, where there were so many things that were outside of my control, right? Sorry, I'm like getting hot. There were so many things outside of my control in that situation. But I chose to put my head down and really focus on the things that I could control. And I want to challenge you guys to do the same thing, right? Like, we have so many things going on, but so many things outside of our control, but yet so many things that we can control. We can control our attitude. We can control our mindset. We can control what we're watching, right? That's so imperative right now. What are we letting feed our soul and our mind? We can control our activity. We can control our words. We can control our energy, what we choose to put our energy into. And so I just want to remind you guys that I do believe that we will get through this, and it's just going to be a piece of history one day. But right now it is our reality. And so let's choose to, gather together and really, whether it's, virtually or whatever, and choose to put our head down and really focus on the things that we can control. And put our time and energy into something that's going to bless other people, bless ourselves, bless our families, bless our world, instead of getting caught up in like, the sky is falling, right? Because you guys, our families historically have dealt with crazier things. So I know that we will get through this. I know we'll survive. We will thrive. And praise God for Mary Kay and an opportunity to continue to get up every single day and still work, right? Right. Sorry, you guys, my allergies. Okay, so why we're going to jump right back in, you guys, and we're going to jump back into why we coach our appointments. I hope you guys are having a blast. I hope you're rocking out your third voucher. You should be rocking out your third voucher by now. Learning, growing, just allowing yourself to really run with these. And what a great month, amongst many reasons, for us to be able to dive into our business. Double credit, March Madness, all the things are kind of crazy, but what a blessing that we are able to really, really, really dive in on our virtual business and really take advantage of that. And you might be working on, now that I think about it, no, you should be working on voucher 3. You should be working on voucher 3. Okay, yes. Okay, if not, don't worry about it. Okay, so let's recap. Why do we coach, you guys? We're going to talk about coaching your appointments. Recap why we coach. Really, the recap of that, you guys, is to ensure that our business has sustainability, growth, and profit. Okay, so this is the page that we're on. Cute polka dots. Coaching your appointments. Recap as to why we coach. To ensure your business has sustainability, growth, and profit. That is our number one goal when coaching appointments, okay? How do we coach? Well, we coach by getting a guest list from her. So you guys, when we coach, really, we want to focus on consistent communication with your hostess. Really just finding a reason to connect with her. So consistent communication. So get that guest list from her. That's another reason to touch base with her, kind of like I talked about a few weeks ago and at our live event, really how I go in depth with that and the exclusivity and all of that. But how do we coach? by getting the guest list, that's a form of communication, reaching out to her for that. I also like to reach out to her and just say, hey girl, just wanted to make sure your guest list hasn't changed as we get closer. I know it may change, so just keep me posted. I just want to make sure I'm ready for everyone and got enough stuff for everyone, gift bags, etc. Okay, so that would be another reason to bring up communication with her. Another reason, a third reason would be your goodie bags when you're putting together the gift bags, finding out from her what she would prefer, skincare or glamour, or if there's anything in specific that she wants to try. Let her know. I always love to let them know that I've gotten like bath bombs or something fun to get them excited about their gift bag, to get buy-in for them. And then also when I reach back out, to ask her skincare questions, tell me a little bit about your skin. And you guys will see my questions that I ask when we get to the pre-profiling section, but that's another great reason to reach out to her. So I always try to find multiple reasons to reach out to her. Another fun thing I did over the holidays that I told many of you was I brought a gift to the hostess. I brought a bottle of wine. I didn't open the wine. She opened the wine. I made sure she was 21. She served it to her guests. And I made sure everyone, that she's serving it to is 21, but it was kind of my hostess gift to her in addition to what I was already bringing her. You can totally do whatever you want with that. Our grocery store has a $3 bottle of wine. And so it was really just an extra gift for her. And again, I think as long as I'm not opening it and serving it, we should be good. I'm also not drinking it. So I will also use that as an opportunity to check in with her and just say, hey, I wanted to make sure that I had it right. And what type of wine did you want, red or white for your gift, one of your gifts that I'm bringing you. So that's just another fun way to have a point of contact. Totally up to you. If that's not your thing, don't worry about it. It's just a fun thing that I do. Like when you go to a friend's house, you bring a bottle of wine sometimes, right? Same thing. Okay. So hostess program. You guys, everyone's got a different hostess program. Maybe you're doing something special for your virtual. I've seen so many funny memes about toilet paper right now, right? Funny, but not funny. And so maybe you have a fun, unique hostess program that you're doing. I honestly just always offer a gift certificate to my hostess, based off of how many people she gets there, and I do it towards a purchase. So everybody's hostess gift is different. I do $20 off of a $50 purchase for my hostess. And then depending on how much, her party sells, she may get additional products at half price or free. So it's totally kind of whatever you choose to do. I believe everyone's got their own thing they're excited about that they enjoy. And so figure out what you do. If you don't love your hostess program, talk to your sales director, and I'm sure she can help you come up with a really great option. So okay, next question. How many times should I connect with my hostess? You guys, I say 4 to 7 times between when you book her and the actual appointment, just to be in front of her. So she, again, is excited, has buy-in, isn't crazy distracted by the reality of everything going on in her life. And that way she is hearing from you consistently. Okay, so I would say 4 to 7 times. And I gave you guys just really 2 minutes ago some examples as to why I find a reason, right, to reach out to my hostess. Okay. So when do I reach out to the guests? Honestly, you guys, I would say within a week of the appointment, 3 to 4 days before the appointment, I try to find a reason to connect with the guests. And the reason really is to pre-profile them and ask them their questions and all the things. So I typically say 2 to 3 days before the appointment. 3 days is great because it gives you a chance to be in front of them again before they make any other, not again, but for the first time, before they make any other plans in case they forgot or maybe weren't really planning on going. And so you can be in front of them, get them excited about it, get buy-in, connect with them, all the things. And then you maybe even reach out to them again, the night before and just say, I'm so excited to meet you tomorrow. I've got your gift bag together. So thrilled. It's going to be so fun. So really, I would say probably 3 days before the appointment. And then I would say, again, the day before the appointment, just to, again, share with her your excitement to meet her and, remind her all that good stuff. So, okay. So what's the point in contacting the guests? You guys, I talked about this with our live trainings, and that really is, you guys, just to get buy-in. Again, I shared with you guys all an example of, if my husband invited me for tacos, but I was also invited to a Mary Kay party, and he's on his way home and he's like, hey babe, let's go hit up happy hour. And I'm like, my friend's having a Mary Kay party. But listen, what sounds more appealing? If I've never been to a Mary Kay party that I was super thrilled about, if I've never even been to a Mary Kay party, but I've had a misconception in my head, maybe I had a bad experience. I don't know, but like so many different variables. But had the hostess not contacted me to tell me about how fun it's going to be, what I can expect, what's going to be there, how long we're going to be, how much I'm going to learn, or like some great products that she's got for me to try, I maybe would choose tacos, right, with my husband and just order on her website to give my girlfriend some credit. But like, It just maybe didn't sound as appealing until until the consultant contacted me and gave me some reason to be buy-in and excited about it versus just my girlfriend saying, hey, I'm having a Mary Kay party, you should come, right? Okay, so that's, you guys, the point of contacting the guests are to get buy-in and to connect, okay? Okay, so what do I do to get the guests excited? Okay, again, connecting, picking up the phone. You may have to text her to find a good time to get her on the phone, but you guys get her on the phone or connect with her. Even through text, you can connect with her. Tell them what to expect when you're on the phone with them. You know, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know, and in one of my pre-profiling questions, I ask, you know, what are some things you'd love to work on your skin? And, you know, when they say, these are my issues, I always love to be able to come back with a product they're going to be really excited about trying at the appointment, or multiple products. And again, creates buy-in and why she's invested in showing up to the appointment, because I'm addressing her concerns, her needs, all that stuff, okay? Tell them what to expect. If there's gonna be food, snacks, you know, wine, whatever, let them know you're bringing a bottle of wine for them if that's something you choose to do. Whatever, you guys, but creates buy-in, gives them something to look forward to, fills them in ahead of time of what to expect. And again, you guys, the third one I wrote down is you're filling a need in their regimen. You're filling a need in their skincare regimen. You tell them that over the phone, they're more likely to show up because it's not just a typical thing that maybe they've been to before, but you're going to help them address some skincare needs that they have. So that is why we pick up the phone. That is why we coach, pre-profile, all the things. And you guys are going to see some examples of that on our next page. Okay, let's flip the page. Okay, so let's talk about pre-profiling. How do we pre-profile? Okay, and why do we pre-profile? You guys, how do you pre-profile? You can do this over the phone or you can do this in text, okay? I do both, honestly. If I can get them on the phone, that's my preference. However, I did give you guys an example of how I text pre-profile, okay? So you can text, you can call. That would be my only two ways that I ever pre-profile. Why do I pre-profile, okay? I have 5 examples for you guys, okay? 5 examples. Why do I pre-profile? Number 1, again, you're prepared. You're prepared for who's coming. You know what skincare needs they have. You know how many people are coming. You know all the things. That's why we pre-profile. Number 2, we connect. We connect. You guys, if you have someone, gosh, this is such a great example. One of my directors contacted me and said that she had a skincare class, and one of the women there had a son with special needs. Well, guess what? My director has special needs. She doesn't have special needs, I'm sorry. Her son also has special needs. So this lady's son that's coming to the appointment has special needs, and my director, her son, has special needs. And you guys, there was such a connection that they both left crying. Like they both left that appointment crying. There was a connection. Even if she never purchased a product from her, there was such a deep connection because of that. That is why we connect. That is why we pick up the phone, you guys, because there was already just that connection, that desire to meet that person, real life, just a sister that you could connect with, talk to, relate to, right? So that is why we connect, because you just never know who's going to be there. And you never know how you're going to make them feel when you hang up. So many different variables that I just think can really, really increase your rapport with these women. It can really increase your excitement, your personal excitement, because you connected with these women. So now you remember a little bit about them when you're walking into your appointments, and you can connect with them, and really you've got some built-in girlfriends all of a sudden, you know? And so it's not just a party, like you actually have, you know, a little bit about them. You're excited to be in their space. They know a little bit about you guys. So you're creating that connection. Okay, number 3, you're creating buy-in. Again, we just talked about this, but buy-in is huge, you guys. If they don't know that there's something in it for them, just like I used an example, I might choose to go get some tacos and some queso with my husband, right? Especially with the current season of my life. Like I might totally want some tacos. And so I share that with you guys because I think it's so important to not undermine this, to not just brush it under the rug, but truly creating the buy-in is what's going to get those women there versus just showing up to another party, you guys. So creating that buy-in, finding out what their skincare needs are, their concerns might be, what they don't love about their skin, what they'd love to change, And then you tell them how you're going to fill that need for them at the party, and you're going to introduce them to some great products and blah, 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 you know, fill in the gaps, you guys, and they will be excited to show up. Okay. Okay. And they will show up instead of tacos with their husband. Okay. Okay. Number 4, it ensures their attendance. It ensures their attendance, you guys. When you are pre-profiling, you are really closing the gap as to whether they're coming, whether they're not coming, whether there might be a last minute cancellation, or whether they're invested in joining you guys on Friday night. So again, ensuring your attendance will stay where you want it to be and where everyone will come. You're going to get great results, and then your paycheck's going to be great, right? You're going to sell great products, you're going to have fun, and you're ensuring they're actually going to show up. Okay. Okay. And then number 5, kind of said this a little bit, but already, but tell them what to expect. Why do we pre-profile? So you can tell them what to expect. I always love to say, okay, you guys, I'm going to just encourage you to plan for 2 hours, just so you're not rushing, probably be closer to an hour and a half, but I always encourage people to plan for 2 hours so you're not running out the door, trying to get home before the babysitter has to leave, or your husband's not surprised. So just when you leave, make sure whoever's keeping those kiddos or whatever knows that you'll be gone for about 2 hours. You guys, I tell that to everyone when I'm pre-profiling, so that they're not getting up and leaving, so that they're not thinking it's going to be shorter. Again, complete transparency on what to expect. So I'm not disappointed and they're not disappointed. Okay. Okay. So you guys, here are my pre-profiling questions. You can see them in my text down there at the bottom. Okay, so hi, Amanda. This is Brittany. I'm excited to meet you at Marissa's Bridal Beauty Experience tomorrow at 3. You can answer these few questions for me to make sure you have the best experience possible. And there's my questions, you guys. And honestly, I've kind of played with the whole marketing video, not doing a marketing video. I'm going to share with you guys some other additional examples of some great questionnaires that I will share. I'm going to post them this week in our Facebook groups of other cute invitations you can use, ones that have the same questions, but maybe do have a marketing video, don't have a marketing video option, etc. Okay, so I send that, and then you know what? Did I just realize? Okay, I think I went out of order, you guys. Okay, so that first text with my picture in there, that's the first text. Move over to the right. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, move over to the right. She says, oily, dry in some spots. No, she's not ever used a product. She doesn't have a consultant that she's aware of. She would love to have clearer skin and less oil. And she said she would watch the video. So then I sent her the next text with the video. She said, I'm done. I said, great, thank you so much. Here's the questions. And then you'll see her answer with those questions, you guys. And I said, thanks so much. Can't wait to meet you today, and we can chat more. Okay. So that's been some really great ways for me to make sure, again, that I'm pre-profiling. Everybody knows what they're coming to, all that stuff. That's my example of text. And you guys, when I call, exact same questions when I pick up the phone, you guys. And so one thing that you could do is you could ask them, would you prefer to text, or can we get on the phone? And I can ask you a couple quick questions. So it's totally up to you how you choose to do that. Okay. And there you go, a couple different options. You can choose to do the video or not. So I'm going to give you guys some different options. I've recreated some other cute ways to insert your photo with your pre-profile questions. So I'll be posting those. I created those. You can add whether or not you would prefer to give them something extra in their gift bag for watching the video, totally your call. And you can also call and ask these same questions. And another fun thing I like to add, you guys, is share a fun fact about yourself or learn something about them. So I'm going to include those as well on my next little questionnaires that I'm going to share with you guys, really just some pic collages of additional options with that pre-profile questions. And I love the whole share a fun fact about yourself, because then when you go to the appointment, you know a little bit more about them, like a fun fact, something kind of strange, or maybe even unique or enlightening or whatever. So I love that. Okay, let's switch the page. Okay, so selling yourself and the products, you guys. That's one of my favorite things, is just really, truly acknowledging the fact that we're not just selling the best products on the planet, but we really are selling ourselves. And there's been so many times where I had such valuable lessons that I've learned on, not even in my business, but so many times of just how people appreciate to be treated, attention to detail, really choosing to connect with everyone around the table, choosing to love and honor every single person, even if they show up a little late, you guys, but truly selling yourself and the product. So you guys, I always tell everyone, you got to fall in love with me, and you got to fall in love with the products, but without me, there's no products. And reality is, you guys, they can get the products somewhere else. They don't have to get them from you. I always love just kind of inserting that, but truthfully, if they don't love you, they may go elsewhere for the product. I've seen that happen so many times. And it is kind of sad because I'm like, like, what do you mean you had a consultant, but you don't like her, so you want to buy it from me? You know, that makes me kind of sad. But at the same time, we can really rub people the wrong way. And we really have to work hard to keep people loyal to us. That's one of my favorite qualities in a person is loyalty. And so I try to treat my customers with the best respect, love, treat them special, spoil them, because I do want them to stay loyal to me. And so they must fall in love with you guys. And so let's share a couple ways that I believe will help them truly value you and that connection. And you know, one of my favorite things that I really love to do is just go above and beyond. And I don't even think I've wrote that down, but just going above and beyond, you guys. If I have a customer who doesn't love a product, I will go above and beyond to exchange it. Maybe even send her a bunch of samples to try other stuff so we can find a solution really fast. I really do try to make sure they understand that they are a priority. And I've even had customers text me and say, I know you're crazy busy, but can you help me with this? And I always respond, girlfriend, you are a priority to me. Like, I'm never too busy for you. And I love that because I just want them to know I value them. You guys, without our customers, we don't have a business. So I really do want to make sure they know I value them. A couple ways to connect with them at the appointment, but also to keep that connection and that mutual respect amongst the two of you. I have a list of things that I think are really important. So being on time for your appointment, being on time for the party, being on time when you say you're going to get them their product tomorrow, drop off the product tomorrow. When you tell them that you will get that order in today, get the order in today, you guys. I can't tell you how many times I even hear from consultants who say like, oh, I'm placing an order today. I just had a party last night. And you guys, 3 days go by till they place the order and they don't have the product, which means 3 days those customers are waiting, another 4 or 5 days, possibly till those products get delivered. And then they get, show up and then they have to either mail them or deliver them. And our customers are waiting a week and a half for their products. And honestly, that's not okay. If you tell them they're going to get their product soon, get them to the customer ASAP, you guys. We have to be timely in our attendance. We have to be timely in our delivery. We have to be timely in our follow-up. We got to be on time, you guys. They will find someone else who has the product if you are not getting it to them in a timely manner. Okay, don't take too long. They won't book another appointment. Okay, so what I mean by that is in the appointment, you guys, when you say the appointment's only going to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the max, and you're hitting 2.5 hours, they are not going to book a second appointment because you guys, it's unpredictable as to how long you're going to be if you said it was 2 hours and it was 3, right? So being on time, you guys, don't take too long or they're not going to book that second appointment with you. And you want that second appointment, right? And so make sure that you're timely, make sure that, even if, let's say a lot of the women are running late, I still get on time, you guys. I never start more than 15 to 20 minutes after when we said we were going to start, because I want to respect the time of the women that are there. And then when the women who are not on time finally show up, you guys, we're going to run through the products really fast. I'm going to continue. Let's say 5 women were on time. I'm going to keep going with these 5 women, and the 2 that showed up late, I'm going to just, okay, this one next. Okay, you guys, that one's next. Okay, this one's next. Okay, that one's next. Like I'm basically doing 2 skincare classes at once because these women deserve to get out on time, and these women are getting a really fast facial, but they're still going to get out on time too. So it's really truly respecting the women that are there, honoring the women who maybe showed up a little late because good Lord knows why they were late. It doesn't matter. We're still going to honor them, right? But not taking too long, respecting their time, you guys, and getting them out of there on time. And I always say that in my welcome of my appointment. I say, you guys, thank you so much. We're going to get started now, even though we've got a couple people running late, because I want to honor your time for being here on time and get you out of here on time. And I'm a girl who loves being on time. So, and I always say that, and they love that. They respect that. They're grateful for that. And so you guys, be on time. Don't take too much time. Okay. The third is finding out their needs. I've talked about that so much already, but you guys, again, women will not leave you when you find out what they need. You address those needs, you fill those needs. Women will not leave you when you find out their need, address those needs, and fill those needs. Okay. They want to look good, feel good, love their skin, love the skin that they're in. And listen, I'm a firm believer women are beautiful without our products 100% of the time. However, what we do find is that Mary Kay enhances their already beauty they have. Okay. And so it could be skincare, it could be makeup, it could be the sisterhood, who knows? But Mary Kay enhances that. Okay. So Make it about them. Number 4, make it about them. When you're in that appointment, don't talk about you the whole time. Make it about them, what excites them, what they need. Find out about them, find out about their life, connect with them. You guys, make it about them. Okay. And if they ask questions, absolutely answer those questions. But don't go into this long, crazy dialogue because, again, they want to learn about you, but it really is about them. And you have an opportunity to share a little bit about you when you choose to do your iStore or your marketing, okay? Okay. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. I always love to find out, what they do for work. I ask them, when I always do my introduction, I say, I want to know your name. I want to know something you're excited about in your life right now. I want to know, tell me a little bit about your skin, what you'd love to change. What do you do for work? I may have said that already. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? And something you don't love about your skin. Maybe I said that already too. And then my last question that I always love to ask is, tell me something that you feel like you're missing in your life that you wish you could fill a void of. And that helps me when it gets to marketing too. So tell me your name, tell me something you'd love to change about your skin. Tell me if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? What do you do for work? And if there was anything you could change or have more of in your life, what would that be? Those are my 5 questions. And just get to know them, you guys. Ask questions. And that way you can find that connection too by asking those questions, okay? Okay. Get to know them and be genuine. Be genuine when you get to know them, you guys. Don't try to find a reason to connect with them if you don't have a true connection. Just be a good person and be kind, and you'll find that ability to connect with them anyways, even if maybe you don't have anything in common. That's okay. Kindness will take you really far. So get to know them, be genuine, okay? Next, only sell them what they need. We talked about that a little bit at our live workshop, but only selling them what they need. You guys, don't sell them, everything in our catalog because they're a QVC shopper and love the discount, right? No, we're only going to sell them what they're going to use because we want them to be a customer for life. We don't want them to have buyer's remorse and buy too much that they're never going to use, right? So I always love to ask the question, how much time are you committed to working on your skin in the morning and at night? That's where I base my, how much I'm willing to sell them, because I do not want them going home and sticking it under the sink and not using it, okay, or returning it all. So we only sell them what they need. Next, talk about the second appointment 7 times. You guys, I try to mention second appointment at least 7 times in my first appointment so that at the very end, there's no question as to what is a second appointment? Why am I booking it? And I will always get those second appointments booked when I mention at least 7 times, okay? I find multiple reasons as to why and how I mentioned that second appointment. I say in my opening, this is the first of 2 appointments. We're going to do all skincare today. We'll do glamour at your second appointment, and that's where we'll teach you how to play with all of our fabulous glamour products, mascara, contour powders, highlight drops, all the things. You guys are going to love it. And I just, throughout the skincare class, find reasons to bring up a product and let them know they're going to try that at our second appointment. And I also ensure that they understand the benefits of booking that second appointment, that when they get there and hold their second appointment with 5 additional girlfriends, they're going to get a gift certificate, maybe a brush set for free. Maybe you do something fun like that, and an opportunity to feel fabulous and glamorous and learn a little bit more about how to utilize glamour at their second appointment. You guys, I get buy-in throughout that as well. Okay. So next I talk futuristic with the follow-up and needs, you guys. So I'm always telling them they're going to hear from me. I'm always telling them that I'll reach out to them, that I'll be a resource for them with any skincare needs they have. I always talking about getting in front of them again for their second appointment, or, hey, we'll get together and we'll do this. Like, I always love to find a reason to ensure that we're going to see each other again, because I don't ever want them to think it's a one and done, right? I want them to know I have buy-in. I'm excited. I'm going to be their person for life, and not just for the financial gain, but just because I want to fill those needs for them and help them with the resources they're looking for in their skin and beauty needs, okay? So again, customer for life. I have the little circle with the tiara. You guys, that's how you create a customer for life, okay? With these types of qualities. So are you representing yourself? So here's a couple questions that you can just ask yourself. You don't even have to say it out loud. Just ask yourself, are you using all the products? You guys, I've seen where someone has asked, like, what lip color are you wearing? I love that. And you guys, she wasn't wearing Mary Kay. How's she going to get a sale with that, right? Also, maybe doesn't look the best, but Even if you choose to wear a non-Mary Kay item outside of a skincare class, I want to encourage you, when you're going to work, wear all Mary Kay. I'm a firm believer in wearing all Mary Kay all the time, but if you choose not to, at least wear your Mary Kay to your skincare classes, okay? Even perfumes, fragrances, you guys, we should be wearing all our Mary Kay head to toe because we will sell more, okay? Okay, are you truly sold on the products? Are you truly sold on the products? If not, you need to use more, and you need to use them more consistently, because you will be when you're using the products consistently, okay? You will be. Okay, do you know your stuff? Do you know your stuff at your skincare classes? Do you sound professional? And hey, it's okay. It's okay if you don't, but use a flip chart, use flashcards, use something that helps you look and feel put together. Helps you look and feel put together. You guys, I used flashcards for probably my first 8 months in my business. Honestly, I did, because it was my security blanket. And it's okay, no one was judging me, but the reality is, you guys, until you feel confident, you at least want to sound good, right? You at least want to sound confident. You want to sound like you know what you're doing. So utilize the tool if you need to. There's no shame in that, you guys, but don't try to just like go with it and kind of like wing it, because you might be skipping a lot of very important stuff, and you might be skipping stuff that is, you know, just key pieces that you definitely don't want to not incorporate. And so definitely utilize some tools. Again, flashcards, flip chart, whatever, utilize some tools to help build your confidence, and then you will get it down, no problem. But the more you wing it, when you skip all this stuff, you're going to continue to skip all that stuff for a really long time, because you forget or don't even realize you're skipping it. So really, really crucial. Okay, do you look professional? You guys, Mary Kay wanted us to wear a skirt or a dress. Are you rocking that skirt or that dress? You know, some people don't love that thought or that concept, but I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. If Mary Kay asked me to wear a pink tutu to every appointment, I would probably do it, because I want to honor the woman who found this company. And if she says I'm going to sell more by rocking that pink tutu, you better believe I'm going to rock the pink tutu, right? So reality is, she didn't ask us to wear a pink tutu. She just asked us to wear a skirt or a dress, you guys. And scientifically, as women, we walk more confidently, talk more confidently, operate more confidently, but we also will sound more, because you are going to look more put together. And you guys know what's really fun is when you drive a pink car and you're sitting in a restaurant or a Starbucks or something. I'm not even kidding you. 9 times out of 10, they always know who it is driving it, because you're the sharpest looking woman in the building. I'm not kidding you. I've had so many people come up to me and say, "Is that your pink car out there?" There was plenty of other women in the building, you guys, but because I look the sharpest, most put together, they know it's me. That is the reputation that we have in Mary Kay. So let's make Mary Kay proud and continue that amazing legacy by rocking that skirt or that dress, okay? So let's talk about some do's and don'ts when it comes to image. Under do's, it's really just that Mary Kay attire, you guys. If you're a red jacket, rock your red jacket at your meeting. Your director, obviously you're wearing your director suit, okay? If you're not a red jacket, don't be rocking that red jacket until you get back into that red jacket, right? That's how that works, okay? One thing I always try to do is, because I am short, and so sometimes I have dresses or skirts, and what I do is, you know, if I have to bend down to grab something, I definitely don't want to give anyone a special show, right? Like, I want to make sure my stuff is long enough. So I always kind of like bend over and make sure my skirt or dress doesn't come up too tall or too high. And then I, you know, to kind of see if it's appropriate for my appointments, because I'm constantly bending down to grab products, grab things out of my starter kit bag, you know, whatever. So I definitely want to make sure I am not mooning anyone, right? I want to make sure I've got that perfect length on. Okay, so I always love to wear my beauty coat as well, because it's long, and I can rest assured that even if I do bend over, that normally the beauty coat covers, right? Worst case scenario, my beauty coat is covering. And again, I do that skirt length test, but my beauty coat always just adds that extra length. And so I love that. So, okay, so those are my do's, you guys. Mary Kay attire, test your skirt length and your beauty coat. And then I would say, as far as don'ts go, you know, I think it's just checking your confidence level. You know, if you don't feel good in it, don't wear it. You know, if you don't feel good, you don't feel powerful, you don't feel like a boss babe, you don't feel like you can just conquer the world, don't wear it. If you feel frou-frou or fluffy or whatever, put on something that's going to just build that confidence, because you guys, it really does matter how we feel when we walk into an appointment. So if you don't feel good in it, don't wear it, okay? Okay, so a couple things that I love to kind of personally check before I walk out of the house is, you know, do I have on my Mary Kay attire? Am I in a skirt or a dress? Is it long enough? That's one of my checks. My other check is lips. I tend to not wear lips sometimes because I don't know. I always forget to put on lips. And so I always check my lips and jewelry. I love to just accessorize with jewelry. I feel like it's fun. It adds some zing to it. It adds personality. And so those are my 3 checks. Am I in my Mary Kay attire right now? Number 1. 2, do I have my lips? 3, am I rocking some jewelry? And 4, do I have my Mary Kay fragrance on, you guys? Those are my 4 checks that I always try to make before I walk out of the house and into my skincare class. Those are my 4 do's when it comes to what I'm trying to rock when I go to my appointments, okay? And then, do you look professional? I think I skipped that one. If I didn't, it's just skirt or dress, you guys. That's how I always looked at our Mary Kay opportunities. We always wear a skirt or a dress, okay? Okay, let's see. So you guys, let's jump into sharing the dream. Next page. Why do you love your business? You guys, I drew a heart right here in that empty space. I want to challenge you guys to do the same thing. Go ahead, draw a big open heart, and I want you guys to write in why you love your business. Why you love your business. You can print this out, cut it out, you guys, and print it all over your house if you want to, but reminders as to why you love your business, okay? Injects hope. I wrote that in my heart, that it injects hope. It injects hope, you guys. In a world where all the nurses and doctors and everybody's going crazy at the hospital, I'm so glad that I get to be at home, rocking my business virtually. I get to be in smaller groups if I choose to, but I have so much hope injected in me that I can just live this life so much at a higher capacity, be a blessing to other people in the comfort of my own home. This business injects hope in me every single day, okay? Couple other things. Joy. I love this business because it brings me joy. I love this business because it brings me freedom. Freedom to create my own schedule, to come home when I need to do things that I need to balance my life. You guys, I love this business for the freedom, for the options. My husband and I want to go on a trip. We get to go on a trip. I love that this business gives us options. Dreams, you guys, I never dreamed before Mary Kay. This business brings me so much joy because I get to dream. So I love my business because I get to dream. I love my business because it has challenges. You know how many people really miss challenges? Like, a lot of people don't have challenges in their everyday life, and some people don't like them, but you guys, I love a challenge. It requires me to be better and just want more, right? I love the challenge. I love that this business brings me excitement. I don't get stuck in the mundane 9 to 5. Like, this business brings me excitement. It brings me fun. I love this business for the sisterhood. I love this business for the cash. I love this business for the faith. I mean, there's so many reasons I love this business. I want you guys to write down why you love your business in your hearts. Okay, so let's talk about some different ways to share the opportunity. On your voucher number 3, you guys are going to have a chance to listen to some different ways to share the facts. And I want you guys to choose which way you love. Choose which way you love. In my skincare class now, I do the charcoal mask. And I have them just ask me all the questions they could ever think of asking me if they ever wanted to start a Mary Kay business. And that really allows for them to have some thought-provoking questions and conversations. So that's the way I share it. But we've got our light and airy marketing that my girlfriend Crystal created. That's on your voucher. You guys can listen to that. Notebook marketing. My girlfriend Aubrey has notebook marketing. I'll post that on the Facebook group. You guys can check that out. You've heard of the purse game. You can share the facts, have them ask questions. There's so many different ways, but I want you guys to find a way that you love, that excites you, and that you can really get behind, okay? Okay, so let's run over to the other side of the page. So how do we get better when it comes to sharing the dream, sharing the opportunity? Well, be confident. How do we get better? By sharing in confidence. I personally believe if you don't love what you're doing, you got to find out how to love what you're doing, you guys. It is really hard to share the dream if you don't love it. It's really hard to share the dream if you don't love it. So it's also really hard to sell the dream if you're not making money. So you got to get some money. You got to make some money, you guys. If you want to share this dream, you've got to make the money so that you can stand in integrity and confidently share how much you love Mary Kay because it's working for you. I truly, truly believe that. And so work on building that confidence. And you guys, oh my gosh, I just have to brag on one of my consultants who's been with me for a while. She's been with me for a while and she's been consistent. She's been working on her head and her heart and her activity, you guys. And these last 4 months have been such a fun season to watch her, you guys. She had a $1,200 week in sales this week. Really in 3 days, she sold $1,200. She's been consistently working her business. And, it's so fun because even other people can say, what I see in you is your head has changed. Your positivity has changed. You're confidently sharing how much you love Mary Kay because it's working for you. And you guys, that absolutely makes an impact. But guess what? She never quit because she didn't have that confidence. She just kept going to find that confidence. She kept going so that she could build her confidence, and consistency is what got her there. So you guys, if you don't have it, you will get it. It just comes from consistency and truly, truly, truly putting the time and the energy into getting your confidence there and really working on your head. Okay. Practice. How do we get better? Practice, 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 practice. You guys, once you find your way of sharing the opportunity, we got to practice and do it over and over and over and over again. Okay. That's how we get better. Do it in the mirror. Do it, share it with your dog 10 million times. I swear to you, I bet you Bear knows our marketing plan better than any of you because I practiced on him so many times when I was a new consultant. Okay. Borrow someone's wins. Borrow someone's wins, you guys. How do we get better? Borrow someone's wins. Like I said, if you do not have the confidence right this second, or you're not winning a ton in your business, and it might just be because you're not really working your business a ton, then I always say borrow someone else's wins, you guys. I love just calling a girlfriend and say, tell me what you love about your business today. What wins have you experienced? Hearing one of my consultants sell 1,200, another one of my consultants sell 1,000 in 3 days, another one of my consultants selling 500. You guys, that is the wins that injects hope in me. And so if you are not winning in your business right now, find someone who is. Borrow her wins just to inject that hope in you and to build that confidence and literally just inject that hope, that excitement, that buy-in again, and that will help propel you to your next win. Okay. Borrow someone else's wins till you get to yours. Okay. But you've got to have those people in your circle that can inject you with that hope, because if you do not have winners in your circle, you're not going to be able to borrow someone else's wins, right? You're not going to be able to inject that hope in you. So find a circle that's going to inject that hope in you, you guys, so that you can borrow someone else's win till you get yours, okay? Another one I added is listen to someone else that is a great recruiter. Someone is killing it at team building, y'all. Record her, play it over and over and over and over and over again so that you can just copycat. Share your information instead of hers, when she does share her personal stuff, but you guys copycat. Copy the best cat and you will recruit too. Okay. So let's not, when it comes to team building or sharing the dream, we do not want to compare. We don't want to compare, you guys. It's our journey. Everybody's journey is different. Okay. Again, we've got that highlight reel. We do not want to compare. We don't want to ramble. We don't want to ramble when sharing the opportunity. We want to be intentional with the thoughts that we want to get across, the points we want to get across, the facts we want to get across. So don't ramble. Okay. Really stick to your outline, you guys. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up if for some reason you feel like you messed up a little bit or whatever, you guys. Who cares? You're practicing. You're going to get better and better the more you do it. Okay. Don't beat yourself up. Don't skip. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. Don't skip it. Don't skip marketing, you guys. Some people rush right through that. They run through it and they skip it. And that is why you're not team building, you guys. Do not skip it. Every time you skip it, your confidence is going to get lower and lower. Every time you skip it, you find that you don't do it more and more and more. So you cannot skip it. And don't rush through it. Don't rush through it. Have your flashcards. Practice whatever tools you need to have, you guys. Don't rush through it and don't skip it, because that is such a crucial part of your skincare class. Think about it. Someone rushed through skincare, you would not be where you are. Marketing, you would not be where you are, right? Okay, so what do we do when it comes to sharing the dream? We do share what brings you joy. We do share it the way that brings you joy. Whether it's the purse game, light and airy, asking questions, do what brings you joy, because the more joy, charisma, and passion you have in your delivery is what's going to attract the women at your appointments. Okay, whatever form you choose to do it, the more passion, joy, charisma, and enthusiasm you have in sharing it is what is going to attract other women to you and your team. Okay, so you definitely want to share with what brings you joy. And you guys do it over and over and over again. And I don't mean at the same appointment, but I mean do it over and over again. Share it again in the mirror. Practice on Voxer. Do it with your director. Practice with your husband. But do it over and over and over again. And you guys, you will totally build the confidence that you need to master it. Okay, so what do women want? What do women want? They want to be pursued. So that means we don't give up on them when they say no the first time. We do not give up on them when they say no the first time. Women want options. Women want what they don't have. Women want, I don't know. What else do they want? Ask them. Ask them what they want. And that's one of the things that I started asking when I'm sharing the opportunity at my appointments or when I'm getting to know them in my open. Ask them what they want. We need to be bold. We need to be bold. We talked about that already, but we need to be bold. We need to be not desperate. We need to be intentional. We need to be assertive, you guys. And we need to make sure we have follow up, okay? That's what we need. Totally what we need. Okay, let's talk about, I've got 4 more pages. We're going to try to fit this in the next 20 minutes, you guys. So let's hustle with more peace. How do I have more peace? Okay, you guys. Number 1, faith. Pray and repeat all day. Faith, pray, and repeat all day. Amongst everything going on, you guys, operate in faith. Operate in faith, and you will have so much peace. Pray about it. Everything. Pray about everything. I pray about everything, you guys. Everything. I pray about everything because when you pray, you're closer to God, and it gives me more peace, okay? Faith, pray, repeat all day. That's number 1. Number 2, weekly family meeting with a plan. How do we hustle with more peace? Have a plan. And sit down with your family and create that plan. So there's buy-in from everyone. There's no question. Everybody's on the same page. Have a weekly family meeting with a plan. Okay, number 3, delegate and enlist help. Delegate and enlist help. In my home, my husband knows dishes are normally his, okay? And honestly, his laundry's his too. I got really lucky. I normally will get up every day and make him lunch. He has protein shakes right now in the season of life for breakfast. I was making him breakfast every morning. I try to keep the sink pretty empty, but if it's not, he knows not to complain. That's his thing, you know? And so delegate and enlist help. If you have someone that can help you with laundry, if you have someone that can help you label your product, someone who can put together goodie bags for you, enlist the help with your kids. That's a really great thing to assign to them, especially in the season where maybe we're on a little bit of a no school season, you know, like get them to enlist and help wherever they can. Number 4, honor your own time. Honor your own time. What I mean by that, you guys, is we're creating this plan and we have our weekly plan sheet and our daily plan sheet. Are you honoring your own time, or are you like me sometimes where you just are not great at that? There are days where I'm not great at honoring my own time, you guys, and I'm letting people utilize too much of my time, or I'm too kind and I'm on the phone for way too long with someone. And you guys, honor your time, and you won't be mentally and emotionally exhausted at the end of the day. You will also feel way more accomplished when you honor your own time. Number 5, journal every day. Journal every day. Journal your life. Journal your gratitude, you guys. Journal every day. And with that, you guys, I also put fitness time. Fitness is what gives you those natural endorphins. I always say you can't afford not to work out. So journal your gratitude daily and your fitness time. That's number 5. Number 6, affirmations. Affirmations, affirmations, affirmations. You guys, we have to expect greatness. We have to expect greatness. You've got to turn off all the negative self-talk. You guys, like a switch. If you find yourself or feel yourself going into a negative headspace, get in there and flip the switch and say, no, 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 no. We are not going there today. Not today, Downer Dave, right? From the high performance habits. We'll talk about that next week. And when we talk about performance habits, but you guys, expect greatness. Do not let the negative thoughts turn on. Turn that switch off. Only positive self-talk, you guys. Affirmations and expect greatness. Number 7, enlist the same for your family, you guys. Enlist the same for your family. Enlist affirmations for your family. Create them with your family, and only expect and allow greatness, and only allow positive talk. We only allow positive talk, you guys. I will check my husband and tell him, hey, is that really like the best thought to think or the best thing to say? And he's pretty good at it. But even my mom, I mean, anyone, you guys, I always try to make sure that this positive self-talk is on. Okay. Some things on the left-hand side, tools to enlist, weekly plan sheet, that's on InTouch. Siri reminders, you can tell Siri, remind me at 2:00 today to call blah, blah, blah. And she'll totally remind you. Alarms, I have multiple alarms that go off throughout the day for certain things. There's an app called Planoly. There's a family calendar that you can sync everybody's family calendars together. And that's cell phone synced calendars as well. Sunday family plan session, food planning, get help, a chore sheet, time blocks, day assignments for each person to do something different that day. Family hours, business hours, work hours, and self-care time. Those are all great examples of different tools that you can enlist to have more peace in your hustle. Okay? You guys have more questions? Feel free to private box me on that. So things I should consider. You guys, just 4 different thoughts for you under this, okay? Number 1, entrepreneurs find joy in all circumstances. Powerful, high performer entrepreneurs find joy in all circumstances. You guys, it might not be easy. You might have to really brainwash yourself, right? But high performer entrepreneurs find the joy in all circumstances. We just do. You've got to find the joy in the situation, or it could really internally just take a toll on you. So do your best to find joy in all the circumstances. Number 2, perspective is everything. Perspective is everything. Are you a glass half empty or a glass half full type of person, you guys? Perspective is everything. Where you choose to put your time and your energy is everything. Third thing, are you blessed or are you stressed? You guys, I don't care what's going on right now. I choose to be blessed. I choose to be so grateful for the life that I live. I could be living in an apartment right now, 1 bedroom, and I'm still blessed. I'm healthy. I have friends. I have family. I have a career. I am blessed. I choose to be blessed, not stressed. You guys, we all have the choices and options. What are you choosing? What are you choosing? Are you choosing blessed or are you choosing stressed, right? Okay, and number 4, your job is to Your job is to only worry about things inside your control. And really, worry shouldn't even be the word, but focus on the things inside your control, you guys. Don't focus on the things you can't control. We can't control the outside world. We can't control what's going on out there. We can't control how people act, do things. We can't control that. We can control our own words, actions, thoughts, energy, all that. We can control what we put our time, energy into. We can control where we allow to be a time suck. We can control where we invest our time. We can allow and can control the conversations we have. We can control so many different variables of our life. So don't worry about the things outside of your control, you guys. In my life, when I was going through that season of life, you guys, where it was a dark time for me, I only focused on the things I could control, because why worry about things I can't fix, right? I can't change that. I can't fix that. And if it's not going to serve me to try to change or fix it, move on, right? Only focus on the things that you can control. Okay, let's talk about vision. Okay. So a vision, it must be something you truly see yourself living. Okay, so I've done my symbol exercise for you guys before. I'm going to share it with you again. So my symbol exercise, you guys, is I just remember in that dark season of my life, again, after my divorce, where I was really struggling to get up out of bed, because you guys, I don't care how motivated you are, but when your life crap hits the fan, right? A bumblebee's not going to get you out of bed. Pink Cadillac's not going to get you out of bed. And so I needed a vision. I needed a symbol. I went to this workshop and they said, pick a symbol. So I picked 2 different symbols, you guys. And one of those symbols was a symbol that represented me, and one was a symbol that represented someone else. Because if you're not in the mood to work your business for yourself, you might be willing to do it for someone else. And so one of those symbols was music notes. Harps and music notes, because I knew that me getting up every single day and choosing to honor God and choosing to work my business and impact other women was going to build God's kingdom. And so I could close my eyes if I didn't feel like working that day and literally see the angels and the music notes and the people that I love ascending to heaven as God took them home, because I chose to get up every day and work my business. And so I want you guys to think about that, pray about that, decide what your symbol may be, but that would get me out of bed, is knowing that people were dependent upon me for that. The second thing was because I did struggle with, a household image. I had a marriage and it failed. I had a dad and he wasn't around. And so I wanted to have a healthy mindset of what would really get me excited to get up every day, even when it felt so far away. And so I imagined a beautiful home with a garage door and, a bear running around and a chimney and chocolate chip cookies baking and a healthy husband who came home every single day at the same time, because my dad never came home. And so I never realized how much someone opening the garage door at the same time every day had so much value for me. And so I could close my eyes and I could smell the chocolate chip cookies baking. I could hear bear barking. I could see babies crawling on the floor. I could hear the garage door opening. I could just feel that. And that was what kept me going in the seasons where I didn't feel like going, right? I just didn't. And I had to just have that visual to allow me to live in the future and not in my current. Okay. So You guys, a couple different things that I wrote down under that vision statement at the very top was a couple different ways to help you find that vision and really allow yourself to go into a place where you can close your eyes and envision your future. Number one is meditation. You can do some quiet yoga. Um, have it in front of you every single day. My goals are in front of me every single day. My vision is in front of me every single day. Are you closing your eyes and allowing yourself to go there every single day? Number four, be sold on it. Be sold on it. You have to believe it's possible. You have to believe it's possible. So be sold on that. Okay. Manifestation allows for an opportunity to show up, but requires action. When we take action towards it, the universe will bring it to pass, AKA speaking it into existence with expectation. So you have to speak it into existence, but actually expecting it, you guys, and it will come true. Okay. Vision and manifestation statements. You guys, these are some statements. I've used these before when it comes to different areas in your life that you might be a little insecure or uncertain of, or when you get like a little bit in your head about it. Finances. When I worry about finances or ever let myself go to a place of that, you guys, I always remind myself we have more than enough. We have more than enough, because stressing is not going to bring me more money, you guys, right? Stressing. And you guys, the problem is it doesn't really matter how much money I have. When you grow up in a home and an uncertainty or stress about that, and then you get married to a man who's a really poor spender, you guys, I kind of always just have that subconscious safety and security mindset. It's not even that I should be stressing about money. I have to remind myself we have more than enough. And even if you don't have more than enough, you can still say we have more than enough to pay all the bills. We have more than enough. You don't want to say we have billions in the bank because you can't believe that. You have to be able to believe it. We have more than enough. Okay. And even if you can't believe that statement, if God always provides, then you have more than enough. Okay. When it comes to your business, my business statement is my business is growing each day I touch it. My business is growing each day I touch it. I love that because it reminds me I need to actively work in my business every single day. Okay. Number three, health. I am getting healthier each step I take towards my health. Each step I take towards my health every single day makes me a healthier human being. Whatever statement you want to put address towards health. Maybe you're working on losing weight. Every day I make a healthy choice towards food, I lose more weight. You know, whatever it might be for you, make your healthy manifestation statement. Marriage. My marriage is a healthy, full of love and communication and passion. My marriage is a healthy, full of love, compassion, and connection marriage. You know, whatever you want it to be, you guys create your own marriage manifestation statement, okay? And then family. My family is healthy, prosperous, and full of love. Again, create your own, but these are just some examples, okay? I want you guys to really work on that. Change your words, change your thoughts, change your life. Powerful statement there, y'all. Change your words, change your thoughts, change your life. I am Inner Circle NSD leading the way in love and passion. I am building God's kingdom with each life I touch. I am growing in income and area size. Each day I wake up with intention. You guys, those are just some examples of ones I put together. I want you to put together your own I am statements. Cut that portion off or copy it, print it, put it all over your house, put it in your mirrors, put it in your car. You guys, read those statements out loud. Even read them on your Boxer and play it over and over again. You guys, it is so powerful. Okay, 2 more pages. I'm going to talk to you guys about tips on creating your future board, your vision board. Okay, so 4 tips on creating a future board or a vision board. Number 1, you guys have the audacity to dream. Have the audacity to dream. Resist the urge to be realistic, you guys. A great way to look at this is kind of like an all-extensive bucket list, okay? Like an all-extensive bucket list. Have the audacity to dream. It's an essential list of everything that you want to experience in your lifetime, you guys. Everything you want to experience, okay? Okay. And you can call it a fantasy list or a what-if list, bucket list, you guys. But it's not an action plan that you need to budget for, you guys. It is a dream list, bucket list. And again, the goal is to not be realistic, okay? Okay, number 2, we want to create a movie in your head. Literally, create a movie in your head. Now that you've created a bucket list, you guys, we want to start to imagine all the things that you want to do in your lifetime and narrow it down for your actual vision board. So you guys, I want to encourage you to pick a quiet spot, you guys, and write down these 5 topics, these 5 categories. Number 1, family and relationships. Number 2, wealth and finances. Number 3, health and well-being. Number 4, travel and vacations. And number 5, career and personal passion. Okay, so next you're going to create a movie in your head about each category. One filled with so much detail, you guys, that you can literally see it, smell it, touch it, feel it when you close your eyes. Okay, you want to start to imagine your dream life 5 years from now. One where there is no concern with money, no object of anything that might be possible or not possible, you guys. Pick a day in the future, in your future life, and begin creating the movie from the time you get up in the morning, you guys. And I'm going to give you some questions to ask. And there's a really great resource where I'm getting some of this information from, so I'll share it with you guys. But what does your home look like? Who wakes up with you? What are you wearing? Do you have your dream job? If so, what is it? What kind of car do you drive? What role do friends and family play in your future life? Your future life takes vacations. So where have you just come back from, or where are you heading to? What was having wealth and financial freedom, and what has having wealth and financial freedom enabled you to do? And what do you look like? Are you healthy? Are you fit? And the last is you focused on your personal passions. So what's that outcome look like, you guys? This step is so important because I think it really does lay the foundation for your mind to be able to dream and be able to go there and to be able to see that, you guys. So we have to be able to create that movie in our head. And you guys, that is where really manifestation can begin, okay? Let's see. Go over each bullet and fill in the details, you guys, with the movie that you just created for each one of those categories. And that's going to take you, a little bit of time to do, but I want to challenge you to not waste time and to definitely do that. So here's an example, you guys: family and relationships. In your new life, you've married and you have several close friends. Maybe you have a child. List each desire out under the category so that for every category with so much detail as possible. And you guys, I've been to a workshop where I learned all of this. What was so great is there were women sharing their experiences of how it had all come true for them. And so it is really powerful to have that vision and that manifestation for you. And then step 3 is to get to work. So you can get on Pinterest, you can create boards, you guys, and put them all over your house, you guys. Boards that look cozy. It can easily imagine yourself unwinding in that home, having a glass of wine in the living room, or your beautiful kitchen, you guys, looking at pictures that are visually and can physically tell a story of what you want to match up with that mental movie you created, okay? So Pinterest is a great spot for that. Another example, a picture of an engagement ring represents the desire to be engaged and in a happy, healthy relationship. When you look at it, you're not thinking, when you look at it, you're not thinking, I want that exact ring. You're thinking about the day that love of your life will ask you to marry him, okay? So there's kind of a great example of that. And then when you're making your board, you guys, have the pictures representing your dreams for each category. Print them out, grab a glass of wine if you choose to, and enjoy the process as you put together your board, you guys. It'll be so powerful. And then every time you see it, you're invoking the magic and creating your future. And then step 4 is believe in the magic. By now, there's a part of you that's already believes in the magic, because through that process, you really do buy in. You really do. But you did it, and by doing it, you're on your way to seeing the results, you guys. And so you have to be able to believe that. You have to be able to claim your future, and go about it by just being grateful for what you have, knowing that God's going to continue to bring you more when you're grateful for what you have. But oftentimes your manifestations come quietly, unexpectedly, and from a source you'd never expect. So stay aware, stay grateful, and ready to receive, you guys. And before long, you'll wake up and it will all be what you were hoping and dreaming, because you were actively working on that. And so I absolutely love that. So again, I'll share those resources with you guys, but so powerful. I loved the workshop. I learned so much. It was so amazing. Okay, entrepreneurship. We're going to finish with this page, you guys. Okay, what to remember and focus on as achieving as an entrepreneur, you guys. As an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship is an innovation that includes personal growth while building a business that positively impacts yourself and others. So I'm going to read that again. Entrepreneurship is innovation, personal growth, while building a business that positively impacts yourself and others. Okay? Okay. Your circle matters. I want you guys to write who your 5 people are in your circle and really ask yourself, what qualities do they have? What do you love about them, and why are they so important to you? And maybe you need to increase your circle with some more positive people. Maybe you just got to self-reflect a little bit, but Write in that circle who your 5 people are, what qualities they have, what you love about them. And then maybe think about some other people you want to add into your circle that include some more qualities that you absolutely love. Okay, so a couple things. Are you a coach or are you a player? Both are really great. Both can be really great. But I'm going to share with you guys a couple of differences between a coach, okay? A coach tracks where they spend their time. Every minute, every hour. A coach tracks where they spend their time. Did you know that only 31% of people track their time? 69% of people do not. Crazy, right? A coach tracks where they spend their time. A coach also inspires with their commitment and action towards the goal. A coach inspires with their commitment and action towards the goal. Are you inspiring? It's a great self-reflection question. Are you inspiring with your commitment and action towards the goal? Okay. And the third thing under coach, a coach is a contributor. Are you a contributor? Do you show up and support your team? Do you show up and support your husband? Do you show up and support your director? Are you contributing, right? Or are you just a demander where you just want, take, right? A contributor is someone who offers and gives and receives. That's what a contributor does. If you're a player, are you coachable? Do you take feedback well? Do you ask for feedback? A healthy player asks for feedback, takes feedback well. A healthy player seeks counsel and has a desire for growth. Are you a healthy player? Do you ask for how you can be better? Or maybe even ask your director, what are some of my blind spots? Ask your husband, what are some of my blind spots? Ready to receive because you've asked and you want to definitely know without a plan of attack, if they tell you what you don't want to hear, right? A healthy coach can take feedback, maybe even, I don't love the word criticism, but someone who's offering a way for you to be a better person, right? Because you asked, right? You asked. And without persecution, they gave you that information. You received it with a desire to get better. That's what a healthy player looks like. Okay, you guys? Okay. And then a player asks their blind spot with a true desire for growth. Hey, what's my blind spot? You guys, I'm always calling Leah saying, what can I do to be a better leader? How can I be a better coach? What's my blind spot? And someone's almost always like beating myself up a little bit, but I just want to know, how can I be better? A player, a healthy player always wants to be better. Okay. So in every area of your life, guys, in every area of your life. Okay. So what are some qualities to focus on as you move up in your business? Loyalty, kindness, no gossip, always show up, victor over victim, solution motivated, and no excuses. No excuses, you guys. So that's week 3. We're wrapping it up. I love spending my time with you guys. I hope you're rocking it out. I hope that you're operating in faith and not fear. I hope you're just rolling with the punches, y'all, and just kind of being chillax, but also being intentional with your time and really not getting caught up on the things outside of your control. And that's what I mean by being chillax. Don't get caught up on the things you can't control. Don't get caught up on what you're seeing in the media. I wouldn't even watch it, right? It's not good. Doesn't bring you any positivity. Chillax with your outside circumstances that you can't control, but be intentional with what you can control. And you guys, this could be your best March ever. If you haven't watched the virtual training, make sure you do on how to rock your business right now. But you guys, what I know is if you're managing your time, you're backing it with action and commitment, and you are operating with your plan, you guys, you can be so powerful. You can be so powerful. Whether we're going through what we're going through or not, you guys, you can be so powerful. There are women, you guys, who are having their best month ever because they're putting their head down and they're focusing on the things in their control. So I pray that you guys do the same. So love you guys. We'll see you next week.